Welcome to the Town of Fraser Board Meeting Recap, the podcast that brings you up to speed on all the latest from the Fraser Board of Trustees. In this episode, we're covering the October 15th, 2025 Board of Trustees meeting. Let's get into the highlights. The meeting began with unanimous approval of the agenda and consent agenda, which included approval of the October 1st, 2025 meeting minutes. Next, the board heard a funding request from the organizers of the Winter Park Film Festival, who asked the town of Fraser to contribute $25,000 towards the 2026 event. They explained that they're seeking increased support to reflect this festival's strong presence in Fraser, where about 80% of the activities take place. Trustees expressed appreciation for the festival's community and economic impact, but voted to table the request until the upcoming budget discussions to determine whether the funding can be accommodated. Then, staff presented an update on the transit budget and service operations. Staff explained that the 1% sales tax fund approved in 2016 for transit trails and capital projects is no longer sufficient to cover current operational costs. Representatives from the Winter Park Transit summarized service history, cost trends, and ridership growth. Trustees discussed options for long-term funding strategies to sustain and improve local service, but no formal action was taken. The board will review costs and routes next spring prior to the renewal of the contract next summer. After that, the board heard the treasurer's report, which showed continued strong sales tax revenues and steady short-term rental income. The treasurer confirmed that expenditures remain within budget and outlined the timeline for the 2026 budget process. Next, the board unanimously approved a resolution authorizing the town manager to pursue the collection of outstanding pre-certificate of occupancy water and sewer service fees. The interest and penalties were waived. The action ensures recovery of unpaid quarterly utility charges from properties that receive service before occupancy, promoting consistency in the town's billing and enforcement practices. Then, the board unanimously approved a resolution granting a 180-day permit extension for the Market Street buildings. The action waives additional permit fees but requires payment of the outstanding $60,000 use tax before the extension takes place. After that, the board tabled Ordinance Number 527, imposing a temporary moratorium on land use applications in the Building Zone District and declaring an emergency until the next meeting. An emergency ordinance requires an affirmative vote of 6 trustees, but only 4 were present. Finally, staff presented an update on railroad crossing safety, noise concerns, and potential safety improvements. Trustees discussed driver behavior, pedestrian safety, and quiet zone compliance. The board directed staff to research costs and design options for potential upgrades. That's all for this week's Fraser Board Meeting Recap. Thanks for listening. We'll be back with our next recap after the November 5th meeting. To find the agenda, meeting documents, and more, visit FraserColorado.com. The Fraser Town Board 5-Minute Summary podcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. Just search Fraser Town Board 5-Minute Summary. Subscribe today to be updated when the next episode is available.